Do you want to learn how to Restream Looping Technique that can help you achieve 4,000 watch hours in YouTube without monetization, demonetization? It's a question that I have had for quite a while. And so now we're going to try to find out, is it possible? Can that be done? The question that I always ask myself is, can Restream Looping Technique help me achieve 4,000 watch hours in YouTube? I asked that question several times, and today I was looking at a video that guaranteed could be done. I looked it over. The short answer is yes, it can help, but not in the way people think it can. It can backfire real easy. So if you want to take the chance and do that, do it. You know, but let's talk about what is restreaming. Those of you that may not know about it. So restreaming, looping, not restream. I'm okay with restreaming as a technology, or streaming as a technology, or restreaming as a software package. They have a feature called looping, which is the one that people claim can be used to help you get to the 4,000 watch hours, right? So we're going to take a look about what is it, what does it do. Restreaming looping usually means running a continuous live stream for how long? As long as you want it to last, right? It could be, people say run it all day, run it all night, until you stop it, basically. You can run that many loops. But is that basically, does that work? You know, there's a short answer that says yes. When the looping is done, it is considered to be a live stream, and the hour does count towards the 4,000 watch hours. You say, well, that's the solution, right? That's the solution, right? But is it really? Can you really monetize by getting your hours through restreaming, right? First, let's take a look at the risks, and then let's find out why, besides this risk, why there's a problem with it. The biggest risk is YouTube policy. And what is a policy? It's very clear with regards to repetitive content. It's very clear in regards to reuse content. What is repetitive content? If you take one video, let's for the sake of argument, right? Let's say you take a 5-minute video and you loop it for 24 hours, right? So that'll be repeating for 24 hours. Boom, 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 boom. Right? The problem with that is that it's the same content. You're not adding anything. You're not making anything. You're not adding any commentary. You're not adding any information, and therefore, it's a real big concern about that, right? Because it is reused content, meaning it's the same content all over again. And the other one is artificial engagement, which I'll talk about it in a brief moment shortly. But think about it, right? Same video repeats constantly for, say, 24 hours. And YouTube policy says that it's a no-no, right? So that's the biggest risk. And the risk is that they will say, well, yeah, you had 4,000 hours, but it was repetitive content. You were reusing the same video, and therefore they're not going to count it towards your monetization. So even though your count says 4,000 hours, they may not count. The other one is artificial engagement. There are multiple things about that. Like, for example, using multiple devices out of the same IP. I talked about this in a previous video, so I'm not going to discuss it here in great detail. But think about using two phones and the same IP address, two of your own old channel that you're using to create a fake engagement, right? That might be what they're talking about here. I'm going to show the other things. Maybe I'll make a video completely about fake engagement, artificial engagement. So that's the one. Now, what's the other issue with that? Okay. And I explained that, right? So my opinion, right? This is the real answer, but it's really my opinion. I'm going to be blunt. Don't waste your time. A looping stream alone will not get you 4,000 watch hours. Right? Just that technique, just taking one video and basically looping it for 24 hours will get you hours, but will not get you the 4,000 watch hours that you may need, unless, this is the big thing, unless you have people genuinely care enough to watch the restream, right? So let's say that you, back to the same concept, right? One video, 5 minutes, loop for 24 hours. But you have real people that go in there and they watch it for that 24 hours. Let's say you have 1,000 people that like it so much and say, oh my God, I want to keep watching this one for 24 hours, right? You know, that could get you that. As long as they're not on the same IP address and there's other restriction on that. So it is not impossible, it's just not probable, right? So if you have genuine people watching your stream for 24 hours, it is quite possible that you could get the 4,000 hours. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So if you know 1,000 people that are willing to watch a video for 24 hours, different IP addresses, maybe you could do it. And I'm saying it, like we say, the answer is yes, they will count. But you have to be careful. If you post it for 24 hours, a single video, and no one watches it, right? You run the risk of repetitive content and reuse content. Now, even though someone may watch it for 24 hours, you might still have a problem with this. So maybe you have one video that is 24 hours long. That's not gonna work. Or the best possible way, you have a stream live that goes for 24 hours, so you're actually interviewing people. And I'm gonna talk about that in the second part of this, because I don't want to waste your time just in one area, right? So my question that I asked, if looping technique on restreaming is not a viable solution, what is the alternative? What can we do? Because like I said before, I'm not against streaming. I love streaming. I'm doing streaming right now. But so what else can I do? What is the solution, right? So I said this is my new plan, right? Because I just did a series on YouTube kind of efficiency, right? And I'm still on the tail end of that. I published a video last night that was very well received about the project that I've been working on for the last several weeks, if you will. And those of you that were here with me, let me see if I could show you what I was doing. So what I basically did was I published a series of videos. Then I created a master class out of that, and it's called 2,000 views with YouTube masterclass and DaVinci Resolve, and that's been well received, right? Now there's two ways that you could do what I'm about to show you, right? One is the way that I just did it, which is basically you post long video. This is not a short video strategy, right? You post 5 to 10 minute videos as long as you can, and then you could either make them not publish, like private. You get 5 or 6 videos together, right? And then once you have the package together, which I'm going to talk about on my channel, then you could post them, you could publish them either one at a time or all at once. And then I'll show you how to loop the shorts into that strategy, right? But let's talk about my strategy, right? I'm not saying this is going to work for everyone. Based on my channel, this is how I plan to attack that for this new channel that I'm opening, right? So I want to understand my creed and my mission. I want to do YouTube live like I'm doing right now, talk about what I do, and talk about related topic to my niche. So that'll be, you do the same thing, but it'll be about your niche, right? Basically. So if you allow me briefly, I will go over my creed. My creed is practical philanthropy. We combine meals, training, and mentorship with storytelling. YouTube is the best part for storytelling. Any donation that we get or any fee that we get through this YouTube channel, it goes to buy meals for veterans, training and cybersecurity, and any mentorship that we can regarding storytelling, which is a YouTube channel. That's why we did this series that we just finished that was completely about YouTube's how to grow on YouTube and things of that nature. So that's the kind of mentorship that we kind of offer at no cost, right? So what is our mission? The mission is to fight veterans' food insecurity and retraining gap by providing free meals, AI cybersecurity masterclass, and creative storytelling to simplify veterans' voices, to amplify veterans' voices, right? That is what we do. How do we do that? Okay, we feed veterans using YouTube subscription. So that meaning if you subscribe, any subscription that you have will help us get funds from YouTube, and therefore we will use those funds to feed veterans. We train people in AI cybersecurity education. If you go through my channel, we have a couple of classes in there, but we have a company that works with us, so we could kind of pay for some mentorship with some of the vets to get them started on that. We like to say that we mentor small creator with YouTube strategy, and by mentoring it basically is offering a master class like we just did. If you ever want to have if you're new to YouTube and you want to have an excellent background on YouTube, use this right here, 2,000 views with YouTube Masterclass and DaVinci Resolve. That will give you a leg up as to, all the things that you need to know, not all the things, most of the things you need to know with regards to YouTube and how to grow on YouTube. That's the kind of mentorship that we kind of offer now. Now, this other part here, I'm going to skip it because it's sort of like the future. Not only talk about, part of our storytelling will take us many different places. Veterans or people in the armed forces, they're everywhere. They're space exploration, the AI. They're all over the place. They go from the highest of the highest to the lowest of the lowest. So the spectrum, a continuum between the highest to the lowest. We have someone in each one of those buckets, right? Now, the people in the lowest bucket obviously are those ones that might need some help because of many reasons. We explain that through our channel, right? But basically, we talked about them, but we don't want to just talk about, oh yes, veterans need help. I want to be sure that you know that veterans could be anywhere in the spectrum, from the highest of the highest, like going to space. As a matter of fact, the people, I haven't talked about this on my video yet, but I think three out of the 4 people that went to space have a connection to the military. Only 1 person is a pure civilian. The other 3 are either serving or have served in the military. So that's what I mean. The spectrum of the skills that we learn in the military are very transferable to the civilian sector. Not all of them, but most of them, a lot of them are. And we want to kind of explain to people that fact, right? It's not just, yes, we need people for veterans. It doesn't mean every single veteran needs support. Some of them do not. But as it is, we want to talk about the whole spectrum. We want to empower veterans through service. By service mean we're donating our time, we're donating our funds to helping veterans, and through storytelling, which is basically what we're doing right now. We're trying to help, we're trying to tell their story. And like I said, you don't need a uniform to serve, meaning is I'm a civilian, I did serve, and most of the people that are helping us are civilian. Some serve, some never serve. Someone have a family member that actually served, and that's basically they feel compelled to help us out. But whichever the situation is, you don't need to be in the military. You don't need to have a uniform. You don't need to have a family member. You don't need to have anything to help us out. All you need to have is a desire to help others. And we will be here to help you. We will be here to actually work with you. We were looking at, what topic to actually work. I mean, I have a lot of videos already. And, and I do them on groups. I don't just do one video and move forward. I do it on groups. So we have videos that look at the real impact of feeding the veterans, right? So we're gonna look at creating a similar to a master class, something that actually falls within this set of series of words that we have. What is the impact of feeding the veteran? We're either gonna create new videos, or we're gonna select from the videos that we have. We're gonna have like a series. I'm going to try to open up a series so that we can kind of talk about this today and provide any updates that may be happening on that. We might preview those videos again here and basically provide some additional information that was not available at the time that we published the video. You're going to see a lot of emotional storytelling, story about veterans, funny story. We have some really funny stories, or emotional story about people that need some help. So we're going to put that together as part of the package. And also, we're going to my review again the AI cybersecurity videos that we have and talk about what's available. That's depending upon the people in our team that work on that, because they are very busy. Sometimes it's very difficult for them to take time and give us a time to work on this right here. But basically, it is important that we keep talking about it. It is important that we we use their capabilities and they're to help us, because eventually we're going to have some of the veterans go with them and get some additional training. So it's what we call purpose-driven content, meaning real story, emotional story, educational story that will help our veteran population. We're hoping that the YouTube algorithm like the story, right? You know, they may not like my mission statement, right? But they may like this. They certainly have liked the story that I'm putting together. So I hope that they continue with that, right? So what is the current strategy that I plan to apply? Okay, I'm going to turn my mission into episodic content, right? We talked about that. We're going to talk about, look at the video that I already have, and we are going to review them, and we are going to provide some update and create and look at them as an episode, right? Some of them are my earlier work where I don't have all the new technology that I have right now for restreaming. I don't have the new technology for looping. I'm not saying looping is bad. Let's say if I was to stream, that was to create 5 videos, right? The new content, and I put them together and I would stream that out. That'll be 5 hours worth of content. That'll be completely new, completely unique, and it kind of potentially will overcome the risk that we have, or certainly will not be repetitive content. Certainly will not be reused content, because we have new things. We're going to have commentary. We're going to add different features to it. We're going to have different music to it. And so if I use the new episodic streaming to restream that, it certainly would do though that. Now, the only problem would be, right, it's always the next one, right? If it's engagement, it's either I get any engagement or not. It's this one here. When people genuinely care enough to watch it, right? So there's nothing I could do about that. I'm quite sure some people would watch it, because looking at the content that we're showing and some of the responses that we get some live comments from people. We get people to watch our videos. So there will be people watching it, and whether or not they'll do it for the whole 5 hours or not, it's a different story. But we'll have to see. We have to see. But that's the plan. Let me go back to it. So it's going to be episodic content. We're going to be selecting those from the menu that we have. And like I show you here, we have lots of videos to choose from. And we have live streaming that we have here that could help us get into the episodic content that we are talking about. And then we have a strategy for using our shorts, right? We're going to still continue to create shorts, not as a high production area, but as a way to tie in the episodic thing that we are doing into this new approach, right? So once we get this so-called 5-hour episode, or whatever it comes out to be, it could be an hour, it could be 2, don't know. But once we think we have it, what we would do basically is we are going to tie all the shorts that we have against it and see how that performs, right? So this is some ideas. I spent 24 hours feeding homeless veteran. Now, if I could spend 24 hours feeding homeless veteran, obviously that in itself, and I broadcast that, right, as a stream, that in itself will give me a lot of hours. But right now, I don't have enough funding from my YouTube channel to be able to feed anybody for 24 hours. But I do have enough to feed them for hours, right? So maybe instead of 24 hours, it will be, let's say, 2 hours or whatever. So we have to work that out and see how that works. I do have some ideas. I do have the partners that I'm able to work that with. Like we might be able to have one of those food trucks park and advertise it as a veteran event, and we kind of have the people there help us out. So that's the one idea. I think it's a good one. Once you start getting funds from YouTube and we have enough funds accumulated, that's going to be one of the first ideas that I'm going to try to implement, is to have this either 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours or 24 hours feeding vets. And if that works, you're going to make it a episodic or yearly thing that we like to accomplish. That's thinking big, thinking outside the thing, right? And the other one here, which is the one that we're actually doing right now, right? That's what we're asking you to subscribe. We turn YouTube subscriber into meals, right? We already have that. If you were to listen to my my intro video in my channel, if you are never subscribed to it, you listen to my intro video, you'll be able to see that that's one of the things that we already have built into the process. And as a matter of fact, let me see if I could show you that. Well, how do I get to it? Let's see, content based on customization. I think it's this one here. No, it's not this one. Channel URL. Oh, my apologies. It's not this one. It's not here. It's on the, if you go to my content and you go to playlists and you go to live playlist right here, this one. I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of the first one about what we do. Okay, so I've been working on this topic here for a while, and that has given us my apologies. That has given us a lot of subscribers. Seems to be a thing that people seem to like. This is another thing that we haven't fully implemented it yet, from soldier to cybersecurity analyst. We have a couple of ways to helping people that want to enter into the field. One is we give them training and hopefully let them know of any opportunity that we may have available for them to find a job. It's kind of hard, because first you got to get the train. We got to identify the people. We have to be sure they're veterans. We have to take them to our training course, and then hopefully help them with their resume to see if they could get a job. We haven't fully implemented that one, but it's one of our aspirational goals, right? We might write something about that, and the upcoming channel. We have talked about it in a lot of our live show, but we have not yet fully implemented it because we haven't had the funds or the right people to do that, but we will. This is something that I'm going to write a video, write a script about it. I'm doing some research on that, and I will write something about it. It's what veterans don't tell you about hunger. So that's an idea, right? For the things that we already have and things that we are planning to accomplish. And we're going to start with creating a list. This is a good start. whether we have them or not. We're going to create a list of video ideas, and we're going to try to utilize the videos that we already have and make some commentary, get some update, get some commentaries on that, and to begin to build a storyline that will help us move further into the process, right? And like I said, they could be easily 10 minutes video, it could be 25-minute videos. They're much harder to create than we think, but they're not impossible. I already have a technique for doing that. I just created a 2-hour video for the first time, almost a 2-hour video for the first time, which took me a while to figure out how to get it done, but we have the technique ready for doing that right now. So the next part of the strategy is to use live streaming like we're doing right now. This is where the looping can help us. Right, we're gonna loop, let's say after we finish this part of it here, right? We're gonna create all these different episodes. Let's say I'm gonna take a stop, right? I'm gonna say 10 episodic content video. Right. I just want to throw something out there, and here we have, how many ideas do we have here? Let's put a counter on it. These are 4 ideas, right? And I said this will be the one, but this is a start for building that bridge, right? So basically, we're gonna get 10 at minimum. I would say minimum because it could be more depending on what's going on. But the reason I say minimum is because some of the videos that I have in here are only 2 or 3 minutes long, right? They're not. At the beginning when I started, I wasn't really that into doing long videos. I didn't think that they could help me achieve the goals that I needed to achieve. And for that reason, I was solely concentrating on doing shorts because they were giving me more subscribers than the long videos were. But for that reason, I say, come on, I gotta stay right there and do that. But then, you know, if you know what's going on, short videos do not count towards hours in terms of monetization. They do help you get subscribers, though, which you actually need as well. And I was seeing, I'm getting subscribers, so this is a good idea. So I kept going and kept going. And basically I said, wait a minute, that's only one of the goals. Second goal is to get 4,000 watch hours. And then I say I was not making any progress on that. So then I switched to long video. And then I see my watch hours started to grow. And then I started doing live show. And then my hours really started to take off. So for that reason, that's where we are. So right now, the next step in the evolution is to do, which I started doing, I did that with my YouTube series, is to do episodic content video. And again, you have 2 strategies on that one, right? You can make them instead of public or schedule, like for example, see here, I have a lot of shorts that I schedule, right? I could schedule my short, you could schedule your video. And I have a lot of them because that's the way that I wanted to do it for my shorts. I could do the same thing with my video, my long video, phone video. Unfortunately, I just published the last one here today. Published the one today about and that basically, so I don't have any scheduled one for that, but the one that I'm going to create, okay, either through my live feed or through the new content that I will create, I could place them all on private, right? So let's say that I get 10 video private, there'll be brand new video, brand new content, right? And therefore, when I publish them, if I stream them, right, that will help me with the with there will not be repetitive content because there'll be brand new data. There will not be reused content, although there will be some reuse, right? And I think as long as you transform the work significantly, YouTube is okay with you republishing the work, right? But they don't want us to send video over and over and over being posted, right? But if you transform your work by adding new information, adding commentary, and things of that nature, then your content will be fresh, right? It will not be reused. It will be partially reused, not fully reused. Certainly will not be repetitive content. But you have to work, and like everybody, myself and everybody else has to work, unless you have one of the big guys, you have to work on engagement, right? Engaging the people that may want to help you achieve your goal. Might be going with you on the same path, may want to help you be successful. Or content there that people really like. One of the things that I said in one of my previous videos is see any, feel any. Like, why am I talking about 4,000 watch hours? Because everyone that's a YouTuber wants to know how to overcome that quickly without getting in trouble. People will tell you, I did it within 24 hours. I did watch hours in 24 hours. And then once you look at what they're saying, it doesn't make any sense for one. So a person say, oh, I did it in 5 days, right? So I looked at the video. They didn't even tell you how they did it. So it's like, you just kind of baiting to watch your video. They don't say I did it in 24 hours by doing restreaming, but they didn't talk about the risks that could happen. Yes, you get the 4,000 watch hours, but did you actually get monetized on that, right? Did your channel get demonetized? Did your channel get taken down because of that? So if you know my information, I share information. I share the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, yeah, I do that. So basically, I tell you what I'm doing for me, for my channel, and the risks that I see and how I try to avoid it. So for you to make the right decision, right? So right now, my plan is to have another 10 episode, right? I just finished doing the YouTube content. Another 10 episode on my niche, which is the veterans niche, about feeding veterans in need during the holiday, like you saw in my intro video, right? And I'm gonna collect, come up with a list of 10 topics, either new topics that I want to talk about, or take some of my own video, bring it in, comment on them, improve them based on the discussion that we have. I could download videos. If you cannot download videos, something a technique you may want to kind of do that. But I download my own video, my own work. Even the earlier work that may not be as spiffy, as polished as the current video that I have, I download those, I make comments on them, and I repackage them into a better video. There are other techniques that can be used, like clipping. I talked about clipping last night, which is a technique that I could use to boost the engagement on my existing long video. But we're not there yet. Right now, we're talking about creating a streaming technique that can be looped without getting any problem from YouTube, right? Like, for example, I could separately, right? I could create 5 10-minute videos, right? And I could loop into one single stream. So that'll be looping, but that's a looping that will get you to what you need. Even if you don't get as many watch hours, because people may not be watching your videos all the time, but even if you don't, what happens is you will not get in trouble with YouTube for repetitive content, because you're actually looping the 5 or 10 videos. I think I could do a maximum of 10, but I'll have to double check on that. And through Restream, for example, or through OBS, or through the other software, and you be doing it like boom, 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 and you don't get in trouble with that. So, and OBS, by the way, OBS has an ability to take existing video, because I already done it through the channel, have existing video, right? And it would play it on a loop. It would go from video A, B, C, D. It would go through all of them, right? And basically, again, it'll be one stream. If people watch it, then you get the watch hours that you need. You don't have to get any fancy. And by the way, OBS is free. Restreaming is something you have to pay for. But just to let you know, because I have both and I use both, OBS for me, it's a little complicated. But basically, it can be done. I just want to let you know that that's possible. I think I'm going to end it here for tonight, guys. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing more talking about this in the future. Thank you very much.